Hey everybody, it's Greg here at Watch Rides. I hope y'all are having a good day. It is Thursday here in Alabama and it is cold and nasty. It's one of them days that'll make you really appreciate the sunshine that you took for granted, when it was nice and warm outside. Everybody just wanted to complain about the heat. Well, I bet you wish you had it back now, don't you? So, guys, I hope everybody's having a good day, and I hope everybody's got their life in perspective of what we need to be doing in this world. I got to spend mine at the orthopedic doctor this morning, and so I got to have a shot in the elbow. If you've never had a shot in the elbow, I don't recommend it. This was a different level of pain. I can handle all sorts of pain, and I've had shots numerous parts of my body, but the one in the elbow, that got my attention. I'm here to tell you, when he goes to stick the needle in, and you gotta wiggle your finger so that the needle will get in between the bones there, so everything will move just right. When he hit those nerves, I'm telling you, it got my attention. So hopefully I don't have to have any more of it, but I will not be doing surgery. So that's because I refuse. So hopefully, maybe I can heal on my own, and I don't need their help. But, guys, sometimes we need help in life, and thank goodness the good Lord above made those people smarter than us, because if it was up to me, I guess I'd be telling you to go outside and rub some mud on it and put some dirt on it, see if I could fix it. But anyhow, guys, like I said, if you need a reminder, I'll remind you, avoid getting a shot in the elbow. Right now, I feel like somebody's hit my elbow with a hammer. Guys, I shared a video earlier, and it was a video of this old guy. He was talking about he got invited to go and visit these old people at the hospital on their deathbed. And he went 3 times, 3 different deathbeds, and 3 different times the old men, their key thing they had to say to him was, don't work too much, And I think we're all guilty of that. I spent my entire life as a workaholic. And this ain't no lie. At 9 years old, I worked 40 hours a week. I grew up in a family business, little country store, and it wasn't no joke. So I've worked my whole life, and I think my body is an example of it too. A lot of wear and tear, and during that time, that you're working and working, all you can think about is making that money. Money's not that important, guys. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, if this is your last day on earth, I promise you ain't taking it with you. I spent my childhood working. I remember when I turned 15, got into being about 16. By the time I was 16, I'd already been working 7 years, not to mention the work we did at home. We had cows at home, hay to tend to. We had farm work to do. And by the time I got to be 16, I begged my daddy, let me go get another job. And he says, yeah, okay. Yeah, you can go get another job. And I thought, there you go, I'm out of here. I thought I had finally broke free. So I ran across town. I got me a job at a grocery store. I came back, and I was proud. I said, got me another job. He said, okay, where at? And I told him. He said, all right. He says, when you're not there working, he says, you'll be here working. And I thought, well, that one bit me in the butt, because I wound up through my junior year and senior year in high school, I worked 2 jobs, and that was 7 days a week. So by the time I got out of high school, I knew it was time for me to hit the road and reach higher ground. I went into the military there, and in and out of the military and working construction, I've chased that dollar hard. And, it was kind of like how those old men was laying in that dying bed, and they was telling that man, don't work too much. Guys, you ain't got but one time around the trip in this world. And when it comes to your time, there ain't no do-overs. So, like where my wife works, I know she's got people there that refuse to retire. Oh, they got to have that money. Come on, guys. I know we all got to pay our bills. We got to keep a roof over our head. But you know what? Working yourself to death, it's not worth it, and then eventually you're going to get to an age where you're too broke down. I remember all them old guys telling me, oh, boy, you better slow down. You're going to wish you hadn't. Well, there you go. I wish I hadn't, because I used to say, oh, I'm tough. I thought I was Superman. I can do it all. I had to be the strongest guy on the crew, had to be the baddest guy on the crew, and do it all. And guess what it does? It just leaves you broke and broke down. Financially you're broke, your body's broke, and then you go in and you have to get steroid shots to keep you going, and that's not no fun. So, guys, remember, keep life in perspective, especially if you got kids at home and you got a wife at home. Take care of them. They come first. That job is a job is a J-O-B. And if you don't know what J-O-B is, it stands for just over broke. Okay, you'll spend just as much as what you'll make. We're all guilty of it. So, be careful chasing that dollar. If not, you'll wind up chasing it all the way into hell, and that ain't where you need to be. Because if you're chasing a dollar, that's called idolatry. That's lust. You're lusting after a dollar, and you have turned it into a god of your own. And you can argue with me on that if you want to, but I know I'm right. And I got a couple individuals that I've been watching for the last few years. They have no idea what they're into. I can preach it because I remember, one time I went 9 years. I didn't take a vacation. During that 9 years, I worked 6-7 days a week. Never saw the light of day. It was just go, go, go. And if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't have done it. Now, during that time, Wyatt was not born, and I'm thankful he wasn't. Excuse me. Because after Wyatt was born, I had already learned my lesson. Because, the housing industry took that crash, and being a brick mason, the housing industry was your livelihood. And I took some hard hits during that time. I think that was the first time God got a hold of me and tried to teach me a lesson. Being stubborn as I am, I kind of ignored it. I thought I was tough. I'm going to pull through this financially. And but it taught me a lesson there. I told God at that point, I said, I'll never chase another dollar again, Lord, if you just get me through this. Because I'm telling you, I was upside down. But thankfully, by the time Wyatt came along, I was older in life. And during that time, I said, you know what? I'll never put a paycheck before my son. And my wife, Christy, she's the same way. Everything about him came first. And I am so thankful for that because, guys, I would hate to know that I was living with regret right now that I'd put something before my son and then him get sick and pass away. You people that's got kids at home, it really makes me mad when I see people on Facebook, they're complaining about their kids. Really? Okay. What if they got sick? What if they got cancer? What if they got injured? What if they had an instant death? What kind of regret would you want to have knowing that all you done was fussed at your kids and fussed about having kids? Guys, that's a blessing that God gives us, and you shouldn't take it for granted. And never put your job before your family. Never put it before your kids, family. It's just not worth it. Because guess what? You're not taking it with you. Old saying, you're never going to see a U-Haul behind a hearse because you're not. And I've even had some people arguing, well, I'm trying to build a future for my kids. No, you're not. Most of you, you're staying at work to stay away from your family, or you're staying at work because greed has got a hold of you. Greed is probably, to me, greed is the worst thing on this earth besides, cancer and other things. But when greed gets a hold of you, you can never make enough. Can't get enough. All you care about is that money, and it's not worth it. So, take care of yourselves because I feel like at the end of the day, your health, a lot of times, is the only thing you got. And, when we hurting like I've been hurting, I have not slept good in about a month. I have not even been able to pull the covers up good. I mean, this arm has been killing me. And it really makes you appreciate the days that you took for granted, the days that you really felt good and you thought you was having a crappy day. And them days wasn't that bad, Now I'm looking back and, whoa, I wish I had that back. And it's gone. It's kind of like just outside today. It's a rainy day, very cold outside, and you think about all them summer days that you sat on your butt and didn't do nothing, or you complained about the heat. Well, you'd love to be out there today, wouldn't you? So let's not take life for granted, guys. We're all guilty of it. I've been guilty of it myself, and it's like I told a lot of people when Wyatt got sick, that put everything in focus on me. I didn't need none of this outside stuff. I didn't need all the stuff that was drawing me away, all the shiny things. All that went away because I was focused. And I think in life you better be focused, especially in the times that we're living in. I think you don't have to worry about your health, but your child's health. There's a deal on TV the other day talking about how cancer's on the rise. Well, it is, but guess what? There's a lot of other stuff on the rise too. There's a lot of these foreigners coming over here that's going to be on the rise too. There's going to be a lot of things happening, I think, in the next 5 to 10 years that you better have life in perspective. And you better have you a good relationship with the Lord. You better hang on to your wife. And as old saying, keep your powder dry, you know. But guys, I hope y'all have a good day. And I'll be shouting back at you later. I'm gonna nurse this thing here for a little while and hopefully take the pain away. But guys, appreciate y'all and stay focused. And don't forget, we got a toy drive going on. This toy drive ends December the 12th, and we really got to fill this trailer up. I just went to Walmart and I emptied out their box, so hopefully we'll be able to fill that box back up real soon. And guys, hang in there and holler at me if you need me. See you.